Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. All praises be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Almighty and the most compassionate and merciful Lord of universe. And eulogies to the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who taught us, the humans, the importance of continuing our lifelong learning and the benefits of spiritual and moral values for leading a successful life. The respected principal of Brightway International School, Mr. Mohammed Rashid, the vice principals, the esteemed teachers, beloved parents, and the real guests of this evening, the students, my dear students, who had been appointed to the post of various positions of the school organization or responsibilities. And after my speech, there will be again the marriages awardees. I wish to congratulate all of you on your assumption as leaders. Assalamu alaikum and very good evening to you all. Life can never be so exciting, inspiring for me other than gracing such student-based functions like prefect oath-taking and Merit Scholars Awarding Ceremony held by the Brightway International School, brand of the Singapore, and speaking to winning students at this momentous function. Therefore, at the very outset of my speech, it is a great pleasure for me to warmly congratulate all of those who I appointed to various leadership positions of the school and those who would be the winners of this school prestigious scholarships. Mr. Principal, esteemed teachers and beloved parents, please join me one more time to give a roaring round of applause to our heroes of this function for their successful achievements. Well done all. We wish you good luck in performing your leadership and completing your scholarships with flying colors, God willing, inshallah. I do hope and pray that you will be role model students for rest of the students in school or your schoolmates, and will make your school be proud of you. With your appointment as school leaders comes huge responsibility, and it provides you great opportunities to learn and test your skills in leadership, as we heard from our principal, and to become successful students as all-rounders. Equally, I wish to acknowledge the principal, the vice principals, the management, and teachers, as well as beloved parents, who would run extra mile to provide you the guidance and the conducive environment for you to excel in performing your studies as student leaders and merit scholars. We are indeed grateful to you all for being such wonderful caretakers in grooming future generation of the Maldives or the world. Mr. Principal, indeed it is a great honor and privilege for me to have been invited to grace this wonderful ceremony. I thank you, sir, and your colleagues wholeheartedly for providing me this opportunity to grace this important function and to address my students whom I always love to meet and inspire. I truly admire the contribution Brightway International School is making towards building human resource capacity of our small resource-constrained nation. I believe the Maldives is not a resource-lacking country, as I see prosperous resource, very prosperous resource, just in front of me, which is the future generation of our country. If we can educate and groom them, this human resource with multiple skills and moral character, they will shine like jewels, emeralds, and sapphires that would bring enormous wealth and development to our country. At this juncture, I wish to acknowledge the multiple challenges and the painful days the management has braved in establishing this school and gaining trust of the local community. The school is now popular in Holomale and has enabled students to win in international competitions and gain international exposure, while a good number of students also achieved national top 10 awards within such short span of 3 years of school existence. Now, I would like to ask a question. Within its lifespan of 5 years, Brightway International School has offered so much so far to the community of Holomale. But have we been a hospitable and acknowledgeable host to match with these contributions as beneficiaries? I will let you think over this question and come with a good answer. Undoubtedly, I know it would be the wish of every parent to have his or her child achieve success in school life. Nevertheless, as you would all agree with me, it is the law of nature that in a competitive world, not all can become winners. But this does not mean that those who did not win this time will become losers. No way indeed. On the contrary, all students can become winners if parents and teachers join hands together and could build teamwork and facilitate collaborative learning by inspiring every student to grow with holistic education and becoming self-starters. As one of the President of India and decorated scientist, late Abdul Kalam said, "The best brains of the nation may be found on the last benches of the classroom." You never know. My dear students, about 40 years back, this man standing before you now was a schoolboy who had a big vision and a mission towards life. The vision was to achieve the highest academic qualification and gain a doctorate degree, and the mission was to become a disciplined, responsible, and successful person in career. You have already heard about me, but I would like to emphasize some important milestone achievements in my life, just to inspire the bright minds of this school. I was born in Mali to an average family who had no means to support me financially to send me overseas for high studies. But I had a dream always to pursue high studies and see the world beyond the Maldives. This does not stop me of seeking my ambition, as I had big dreams and continuously worked hard to achieve them. I gave priority to my studies and listened intensively to my teachers and followed the guidance of my parents, and who therefore enriched me with unwavering commitment to seek my destiny. Again, let me read a famous inspirational quote from late Abdul Kalam. You cannot change your future, but you can change your habits. And surely your habits can change your future to be a bright future and prosperous life. Guess what happened then? I won, as you heard before me in my introduction, I won 3 scholarships and traveled to 3 countries in the world to undertake 3 degrees. I was lucky indeed with which was fruits of my hard work and disciplined character. I traveled to far west to Canada and to do my master's degree, and to far east to New Zealand to do my PhD degree. I hold a record in the Maldives, to my knowledge, as the only student so far who managed to win 3 times the prestigious Commonwealth scholarships by having contested many applicants in 54 Commonwealth countries. If I could do that, I'm sure you all can do that, inshallah, God willing. Now let me tell you how I got the confidence and learn multiple skills to become a successful student and to win all these scholarships. I'm sharing with you tonight my time-tested, fruitful experiences of my life, alhamdulillah. At school, I took up every opportunity that came across to me, which helped me to become an all-rounder. I balanced classroom studies and extracurricular activities to become a winnable student. I never missed a school day in my life unless I was very sick. I was in grade 7 when I took up chairmanship of the Geographical Society. My first school position, other than being a monitor of the classes since grade 2. In the same grade 7, I was appointed as a sub-prefect and continued to be a full prefect in all other grades. In grade 8, I took many other posts available in student organizations and initiated as editor, publishing an English fortnight newspaper called Voice of 8. In grade 9, I initiated another newspaper called The Torch. I also had the presidency of the English Literary and Culture Society, as you have heard, and was the first president of the mini United Nations organization. These activities gave me exposure to international affairs and helped me learn soft skills like building teamwork, making public speeches, and learning to have tolerance and self-motivation. It was, in fact, the work I did at the mini United Nations, which was the first of its kind in the Maldives. And I wish to acknowledge here that Maldives is the chairman of the United Nations General Assembly for the current session, the 76th session of the UNGA. So the involvement in the mini United Nations, which was an organization formed in my school, had planted in me the interest to explore the world and to learn about international relations. So I got interested to build a career in foreign service, and I got easily a job from foreign ministry when I finished my school. And then I pursued all these degrees in order to become a diplomat, a public administrator, and finally, a successful employee. My dear students, guess what happened next in my final year of the school? I was appointed the school captain of my school, called English Preparation Secondary School, which was in 1982. The year I graduated, where where by then was the most popular school in the Maldives by then. Finally, it gave me the wonderful opportunity to learn leadership. And finally, I completed my school as the best tolerant student, as you have heard, for the year 1982. While I talked about my school life, just to share with you, my fruitful experiences derived from hard work, tolerance, and unwavering commitments, with the hope of inspiring you all not to promote myself or boast of myself. I did not claim that I am the most successful student or employee in the Maldives. Maybe there are many more high achievers than me in Maldives. But the message I want to convey to you is that if you have big dreams and set lifetime goals, you can easily achieve them if you followed certain winnable principles. It was my dream to work at the United Nations in New York as a delegate of Maldives, and I fulfilled this dream 3 times. I also wanted to work in independent commissions, and today I hold the record in Maldives as the only person so far who had worked in 3 independent commissions, namely Human Rights Commission of Maldives, the Civil Service Commission, and the Judicial Service Commission. Previously, I was a diplomat at Foreign Ministry, as I mentioned before, and I was also the Deputy Secretary General at the People's Major Secretariat, where we worked tirelessly day and night to bring democracy and to proclaim or issue the democratic constitution, which we are proud of today. So now let me tell my dear students the secrets of my success. First, I always been a self-starter, not a kickstarter or pull starter. My mother or father never pulled my leg to wake me up from the bed. So I was not a pull starter. Neither my teachers or the school principal or headmasters had kicked me in any form to motivate me or to perform my work. I was a self-starter. And this is the biggest secret of my life. I would like all of you to become proactive and be self-starters. Never be a pull or kickstarter. And second, I always loved discipline and maintained good character. And let me recall the very important message that was delivered, the chief guest of my prize day at school, who was the famous statesman of the Maldives, late Ibrahim Shihab. And he gave 2 important advices. It haunts me, and as if I still can remember very vividly when he said, the 50% of the secrets of a successful person is discipline, moral character. And then the second message he said, you have finished your school today. It is like achieving literacy today. The country needs more educated and skilled workers, disciplined youths, workforce. And so he called every student attending that prize day function to work hard and go for high studies. Then and there, I made a resolution or determination that I would follow these 2 important messages. May God bless his soul, Lady Ibrahim Shihab, with eternal peace in heaven, as well as my parents. Amen. Now, my third secret, to tell the list of my secrets of success, I always built my self-confidence and became a self-learner. I always read, think critically, and even today I am a lecturer at the Maldives National University. Although I had very lucrative positions or jobs, I always found myself time to exchange or share my knowledge. So I have one thing when I was introduced to one they mentioned was that I am an awardee, national awardee for working in the field of social services, especially raising awareness and empowering the community. So I'm community educator as well. And fourth, I manage time wisely and set priorities wisely as well. This helps me, as you know, time one lost will never be able to regain. And so it is a big challenge. In fact, even today, I find sometimes challenging to wisely manage time, but I call upon all students from today onwards to learn how to manage your time wisely. That means self-management. And time, which we can wisely manage, you are developing yourself as well. And the last secret of my success, I like to share with you now, with pride. I always think positively. And I smiled at people sincerely. And this is my trademark, smiling with each other. It is contagious, infectious, and from one to another, you could smile, and there's a whole lot of meaning in that. You expressing your heart and making peace with you and becoming a partner. So I hope all of you will be smiling students and you develop your own self-confidence positively. Never become a dependent person. Be an independent person. Hihutanung kalagen, mihuna barosave, rihemacha fawte usulun kantakurumaki egguda kasrangalo kamen. Mr. Principal, teachers, and my parents, my dear students. There was a time that people believed that education is only for high-class privileged people. And primitive thinking said leaders are born, and it is an innate or inherent ability. Today, scientific researchers have proven that this is wrong. Here I have a book written by the most popular leadership professor of leadership, who is the most famous professor in leadership in the United Kingdom, John Adair. And in 2009, he published a book called The Leadership of Muhammad, which is an international bestseller even today. And here, after having studied Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his leadership, John Adair arrived at a conclusion which he said, and I repeat, leaders are not born but made. And I'm really glad to see so much leaders, future leaders, have been appointed today. And I hope you will honor your commitment and prove to be real leaders that the school will be proud of you. And I heard from your school song one important word, which is humility. And John Adair has written the largest chapter in this book about intrinsic values or character or traits for successful leaders to become or be a person of humility. And Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam proved to be best example in that sense. So, Now the question is leaders. The factory to produce these leaders is this school. The manufacturers to produce this product are the teachers. And the supervisors or the monitors would be our beloved parents. The Maldivian paramount national hero, Muhammad Khan the Great, had a similar wisdom where he said, Mihun mihunavani mihuna hedime. Let me give the translation. People become people only when they are made to be people. And therefore, we know for sure that leaders are not born, they are made. Today, we are living in an uncertain world. The world is rapidly changing. We do not know what kind of jobs will be available in the job market in 5 years' time. Every parent is worried today for not being able to ensure a promising career for their children once they finish education. Therefore, we shall come out of our comfort zone and start thinking outside the box. We are advised by the experts in the field that we shall teach our students to become multidisciplinary so that they would have greater choice to win jobs. My experience is the same too. I did double major in my tertiary education by specializing in management and political science. This helped me to find jobs always easily. Today we also have abundant resources available for studies through internet, the so-called library in the sky. The age in which we are living is known as information age, and every country aims to create a knowledge society and a digital economy. The current generation is also known to be an internet generation and monologue learning with markers, whiteboards or blackboards, and textbooks is being replaced by digital learning with gadgets like iPad, laptop, and tablets. Over the world, news reports are crediting Finland and China for having produced successful students. They have revolutionized education by introducing modern methods and utilization of digital tablets. The international bestseller called The Tiger Mom, written by Columbia University professor in New York. And she says that she looked into how these Chinese students are becoming so successful all over the world in the universities and schools. And these students are outsmarting Western students. And then it was found that the parents are strictly supervising students and constantly guiding them, their children. Having the parents learned the most modern parental skills and attuned to the emerging world trends. So as parents, we have a responsibility today. Chinese schools are holding 30% of professional development sessions for parents, while 70% are done for teachers. In Finland, it has revised school curriculums to teach not only more specific subjects and streams, but to teach topics that covers combined subjects so that students become more knowledgeable and interdisciplinary in studies. Today, parents are encouraged to collaborate with school more closely in educating students and building good character in them. Parents are advised to practice lifelong learning and keep brushing parental skills so that they all can groom their children as successful and useful citizens having the right knowledge and skill to match the emerging new jobs. I was surprised when I was the, by the way, chairperson of one of the secondary school, Male, Dharmati School, chairperson of the school board. And I was doing research to prepare a smart parents skills seminar. And it came across to monthly magazines called Parenting. And there were heaps of information about parenting. And then there were a number of things that we never looked into. And I thought I had a PhD, so I am all round, I know everything. But unfortunately, I had no knowledge about successful parenting until I read and researched. There's another magazine called Child, monthly published. And there is interesting one which says Life Positive, a monthly magazine. And it encourages everyone in a collaborative effort to help children become successful students. Look at the picture here. I don't know how many of you can see it. Here is the grandfather, here is the father, and here is the son. All of them teaming up with the school and trying to help groom and educate their children. This is how countries like Finland and China become so competitive today. So I thought I will share this knowledge with you. And now, I used to conduct smart parental skills seminars and smart teaching skills professional development sessions for teachers. If the school is interested to have some of these seminars delivered at school, I'm happy and ready to offer them at mutually convenient dates, free of charge. And today, my dear respected teachers, you are encouraged to adopt freestyle learning methodologies and plan lessons critically and innovatively by abolishing old rote learning methods and so-called textual education. Teachers are encouraged to hold 25% of your teaching outside the classroom so that students can get access to practical learning and experiential learning. With internet, the remote island of the Maldives has been integrated into the world. And so ample opportunities available for Maldives students to look for study opportunities overseas, even to hunt job overseas. Therefore, our students need to be made internationally marketable or employable students with export quality. I believe schools like Brightway International School is well placed to provide such prospects for students. In today's world, there live what is called cyber citizens. And advancing digital technologies are producing what was called artificial intelligence, which is replacing manually managing low-skilled human beings or employees. We have become, first it was codeless, and then came what they call paperless, environment-friendly management. And now we hear driverless cars being drawn in Dubai and other developed cities. And there is what you call cashless supermarkets, cashierless supermarkets. And we are all worried. What will happen to our human beings, the workers? But I'm confident that the world will never be observing people-less world, because the whole world is for people, and development is for enlarging the choices of the people. And therefore, don't get discouraged. We still have a bright future for everyone. Therefore, we, the parents and teachers and school management, need to shift our thinking become more creative and guide our students more closely to make them winnable students and become successful in life. I wish to acknowledge Brightway International School is a brand of Singapore, which is one of the four tigers, the so-called nearly industrialized countries. And in Singapore, a country I have visited perhaps maybe more than 15 times and done some studies while, visited their civil service, is the most clean in terms of corruption, the most clean country in the world, with the highest paid civil servants in the world. More than, their prime minister get more than the salary of the President Joe Biden of the United States of America. So a school managed by Singapore really inspires me. And let me tell the parents and the teachers, your future looks really bright. If you can utilize this opportunity and commit yourself to be productive and result-making students. Educating students is not a lone responsibility of the school, but collective efforts of the whole society. Otherwise, in the rising competitive world, or this rapidly changing world, we would be lagging behind and our students would be disoriented and lost. Finally, our most precious resources wasted. I'm sure the school and the parents will never dare to meet such a fate of hopelessness. If we get ready, become proactive, and find solution before challenges could befall on us, you would be fine. Mr. Principal, I know time is running up. I try to speed up my speech. There has been a public outcry in the Maldives about a serious trend that has prevailed for some time, causing great concern to everyone, which is the decline of moral and ethical values in the Maldives. Rise of extremism, intolerance, materialism gaining foothold in our peaceful and heavenly island state. While a number of factors can be attributed to the causes and the current decline of moral and ethical values in the society, I am confident, I am of the opinion that the current deplorable state of affairs is partly stemming from lack of character education in the school system, which was a predominant feature in our school time. And here I have even the United States is so worried today. I have their #1 textbook taught in schools about here, building character. So it's not only a concern for here, even the strongest country on earth, United States, it's a big worry, a concern. When I think of the crisis, often my heart asks the question, do the schools today provide a multidisciplinary education with character building and society caring and value-based models like the days of our time? Do the class monitors and the school prefects behave like role models or mentors to fellow students like in our time? Or are the schools of today too busy with multifaceted academic curriculum that have stretched out their limited resources and time, result in no time for helping students to enlighten their moral or spiritual side of life? I know today's students are more interested in mobile phones, iPads, Tom and Jerry, cartoons, TikTok, digital games, seeking self-fulfilling desires. They are more inclined to seek privacy and individual rights in line with the prevailing trends of digital revolution and political awakening. But what we often fail to realize is that with rights also come responsibilities, and there is not only individual rights but also collective societal rights if we were to remain united. The respected principle, a person cannot be successful in life with only acquiring intellectual education. An all-round person can be built with teachings of discipline and learning of age-old societal values as well. Education that teaches fundamental traits of character such as honesty, integrity, compassion, courage, positive attitude, gratefulness, tolerance, and responsibility are equally vital attributes to be taught students and to think forwardly. Now, let me give you a small experiment to explain you one of the lacking traits in the Maldivian society, which is sincerity, integrity. And this experiment, I hope none of you the students would forget hereafter. I'm going to show you this experiment. It is the integrity or the image or self-worthiness is very delicate and very vulnerable thing, just like a soap bubble. Let us see the soap bubbles. They are twinkling, beautiful ones, but they're very weak. If the wind blows, you go towards that direction which you are being opinionated or you are being influenced. If you, in the interest of selfishness, if you hit something, it bursts and your image, your pride, your dignity, all shattered. So integrity is something very stressful sometimes to maintain, and I have experienced the same thing. Let me see, but as long as if we can hold on to that, it has to always rise integrity, not fall down, and it will be twinkling, bubbling, and you will be very well admired by this society. So let us see the example of this one. I hope it comes out clearly. Look at those beautiful bubbles. Look at this. They should, if you blow it, don't go to the direction where it is influence. And if it hits, it bursts. So, but unless it should be independent. And you see the colors, beautiful, wonderful. That's what you call integrity. Very delicate thing. Thank you very much. It's a very delicate thing, and I hope no one will forget this example, how to become a person of principles of integrity. Now, I think I should conclude. I wanted to speak a few more words, but now, before I end my speech, 2022 is nearing. In 10 days, we will be welcoming a new year. So therefore, I would like to invite you to let us make some vows or resolutions for New Year. Could I invite all the students stand up and read after me some pledges? Okay? Please read after me and enjoy reading and make a commitment today. Are you ready? Read after me. We will be disciplined, proactive, responsible students. Wonderful. One more time. We will be disciplined, proactive, and responsible students. We will study hard. We'll engage in extracurricular activities to become all-rounders. Very good. We will respect our teachers, obey our authorities, and listen to our parents intensively. We will follow the principles of honesty, sincerity, and integrity. One more time. Very important resolution. We will follow the principles of honesty, sincerity, and integrity. We will optimize our abilities and capabilities to become star performers. Wonderful. We will make our school be proud of us. One more time. We will make our school be proud of us. Long live and thank you, Brightway International School. Wonderful. Thank you very much. You may be seated. I hope I have not taken you on a long journey to a boring destination, and I thank you for your kind attention. And once again, wish you all good luck in your performances, and I hope next time when Top Achievers Award Night, which is televised all over the world and all over the Maldives, and all Maldivians will be glued to the television on the night when we have top achievers being awarded. If I hear the names of the Brightway students, I would jump to my feet saying, oh, I met all those students last year. I hope you will remember to do well in your studies. Thank you very much.